We think of middle school as being a place where kids are learning kind of middle school curriculum, but they're actually learning life curriculum. And they're at that age where they're just blossoming into that in terms of their awareness of themselves, awareness of their peers, and awareness of adults.
The transition from 5th grade to middle school is huge. In addition to the physiological development that's happening, there's an emotional transition that's happening.
I think it's important to be aware of that transition as a teacher. That when that 6th grader comes in, their level of experience with all these different faculty expectation is going to be, that's all new.
As they move toward high school, there's a growing expectation that they're going to really incrementally take charge of their own learning, their own personal organization.
The biggest quality you see it a lot in our students, especially in the middle school, is their commitment to their own learning. They love those opportunities to help decide what the project they're going to create is.
You have class sizes of 10 and 13 for my 2 middle school classes. And I mean, you get a lot of one-on-one attention. I know every single kid's strengths and weaknesses, and I can work with them through it. The few kids that are struggling, I can spend more time with. The few kids that are doing well, I can give them more challenging problems.
We really get to know each other well. The kids feel really comfortable approaching us with questions. They get a lot of one-on-one time because we have small classes.
As a teacher, I have to make sure that I'm doing my part to create safety, that the kids feel comfortable, not only just for 6th grade, but 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, every kid feels some sense of it's okay to stumble in here, it's okay to try my best, it's okay to show who I am, it's okay to be authentic.
And so I'm really invested in helping to facilitate an atmosphere, an environment here where the students can come and grow, learn, make their mistakes in a setting where they're going to be gently but firmly guided.
I would say academically, the biggest way we help kids is help them find their passion, because kids in middle school oftentimes decide whether or not they love math, whether or not they love science from 6th and 7th grade. So I think a big part of that is the exciting group we have in middle school helps them kind of discover that passion.
Volleyball in the middle school is actually really fun to watch because you see them when they're so little, and like in 6th grade, they really are young and they're getting used to playing volleyball and seeing it being played in the quad during lunch and everything. It's the dedication that they put into it, not even asked from the teachers or the coaches, just given freely.
In writing, the goal is that they write what's in their mind and in their heart in ways that are articulate and supported. That would be the goal.
The implicit mission is to develop the whole child. In middle school, for example, we have an outdoor ed program that combines science, experimentation, a whole lot of play, social emotional learning where students are together within their own grade group as well as cross-grade groups.
Everyone's bringing what they know and their knowledge, and maybe even what they want to learn to it. So right now they're in small groups of 2 to 3, and together they're creating shelters out in the forest, only using whatever they can scavenge.
The kids have tons of space and freedom to move around, and they love and appreciate that freedom. They appreciate that the teachers trust them and give them space. We get to take them out on hikes for part of our outdoor adventure class.
To use this environment is really a gift to us. We can study it. We can allow kids to be outside and not feel that they're closed in, which is also really important for their stages of development.
Both of my science classes, we go out almost every day, if not every day. For example, we have a garden project every year with the 6th and 7th grade. Nature is involved in their lives. A lot of times students are on the bus, they're home inside. And so I think that's one of the main benefits of being at Mount Madonna is the ability to just look out the door and see nature.
6th, 7th, and 8th grades go out on a camping trip from the first day of school.
They're celebrating coming back to school. They're celebrating seeing their old friends and making new friends.
So if you're an incoming 6th grader, right away you get to know every 7th grader, every 8th grader, and all the middle school teachers before you've sat in the desk.
So as they go through middle school, we're really helping them ramp up, taking personal responsibility for what their impact is on their own lives and those of others.
The kids, middle through high all having lunch together, and the elementary being up here on Thursdays. We've got the whole school practically here on a Thursday afternoon at lunchtime.
6th and 7th and 8th and 9th and 10th and 11th, everybody's playing. So yeah, in performing arts, they all merge together. And it's so lovely because that's true community. Theater arts is an opportunity to play in community, to collaborate. 6th graders are thrown into that world, and it's a world of imagination, and at times, the younger you are, the more you are clued in to imagination.
There is a curriculum, of course, and there is a logic to mathematics, there's a logic to science. I mean, the foundations of math and science are basically introduced in middle school. But at the same time, students are allowed to experience it and come back to it in a safe way. So I think that's kind of what distinguishes Mount Madonna School or any classroom at Mount Madonna, the ability to reflect on their learning and also the fact that they're encouraged to maximize their learning while they're in class.
I think in education, we have to give time for reflection. It's the way we truly will grow and truly reinforce our learning, because if we go too fast, then it will be a blur.
You come in at a time in their life when they're trying to make that transition into adulthood, and they're making a lot of decisions about what they're gonna like and not like for the rest of their life, or at least for the next handful of years.
I think for the student to succeed here, there has to be a willingness to participate, a willingness to explore who we are as human beings.
A Mount Madonna student has a growing awareness of that they can and do make a difference.
I love the spirit of a middle schooler. I love that they are trying on the costumes of life now, and that they'll have really strong opinions, which is beautiful, and they're also willing to change those opinions.
The kids are good kids here. I mean, and they're kids, they just want to have fun. They want to go outside in the sun and they want to play. And
the really young kids have a great sense of imagination and play and curiosity, and the older kids have a sense of maturity and they can kind of go in depth. And middle school students are kind of right in between, where they still have some of that curiosity and they like to play and have fun, so learning is really interactive and kind of playful.
So that's the beauty of being a middle school teacher, is you get so excited about the curriculum and seeing how kids are reacting to learning, being together, living, that you want to be a part of that in whatever way possible.